hatabadilika kamwe. Amen. Aliyokuahidi Mungu ni sharti uione kutendeka. Mungu siyo mwanadamu wala hatendake kwa mipango zetu. Ni Baba wa nyakati, hawai na hawezi kuchelewa. Watu wanabadilika, lakini wangu Mungu habadiliki kamwe. Simama ufurahi, kwa maana Mungu anakuja kupanguza machozi yale umelia maishani mwako. Waliokudharau na wale waliokucheka, wote watakuheshimu na kumwita Mungu kwa majina yako. Atakuacha ulie, atakuacha uaibike, atakuacha uchekelewe, maana ni Mungu wa haki. Atakuacha ulie, atakuacha uaibike, atakuacha uchekelewe, maana ni Mungu wa uwezo. Atakuacha ulie, atakuacha uaibike, atakuacha uchekelewe, maana ni Mungu wa haki. Atakuacha ulie.
Hello everyone. Thank you our viewers for tuning in today. You know, every Tuesday is health chat. But because we thought, you know, health chat is only one thing that, like, people may think, oh, we want to hear about blood pressure, managing cholesterol, addiction. But there are other things that really we need to talk about that damage our lives, psychological, health, finances, and all that. Just because of that, we change our show name. It's True Wellness Connections. So with this word, we can drive all the highways in life. You know, it's not only going to be blood pressure, my dear. It's going to be even family issues, bringing up kids in Christian way or other side, marriages, everything that our viewer, they have, you know, they have concerns with. We are able to address. But again, even if we are addressing these questions, you know, you are the only person who can decide for yourself. That small voice will always lead to your decision. We are just here, we want to get into communities, educate, and we are not here to tell you do A, B, C, D. We are here just to educate, to self-care, to self-love, and, you know, to manage your blood pressure. That is it. We are not here to diagnose what kind of medications, but here we are just to encourage each other in Christian way or even in other aspects of knowledge. So today our topic is going to be connected to the topic about relationship. I think a week ago, or 2 weeks ago. So because of that questions, we had a lot of questions came in. So today the discussion is going to be about questions, answers, and discussions, because we receive a lot of questions actually all over the world, but we pick few which are really a lot of women are facing, including myself. I'm not excluding myself. I'm even going through some other stuff. So be patient, and if you have any question, you can text us, you can message us, or you can call us. If we don't answer your questions today, but we can answer it next time. I hope you enjoy our discussion. For all our wonderful viewers out there, ladies and men, kids, teenagers, please stay connected, because I personally have learned a lot with this True Word TV show, I have really learned so much, and I'm really growing. There is health, family matters, all those kind of stuff. Single parents ministries, living your destiny, what the Bible says, back to the cross. I have been really learning a lot. And because of that, today I'm able to talk and smile. And, we want to put the same smile I have on someone's face this evening. So, welcome, and I'll let my guests to introduce themselves. I'll start with my left one.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Bremo. I'm a child of God. I'm a teacher by profession, and I've been here once, so I'm glad to come back.
On my right side.
Hello, everyone. Again, I have to take time to be able to know that we have a name change. So welcome to the True Wellness Connections. This is our new name. We are so excited about this new name because with this True Wellness Connections, we will be able to better really discuss matters that concern our well-being. Because you know what, diagnosis can be there, but prevention is always better than cure. So we are here to focus on different aspects of our life that can affect our well-being, and that's all the discussion that we're going to be having. As you can see, the topic today is just going to be just questions and answers. So from all the discussion that we do, we have those faithful viewers of us that really will be so grateful for the topic that we discuss, and they'll be like, you know what, we would love to be able to hear if you can address these, questions that we have about our everyday life, so we can be able to learn something on how we can handle ourselves when the situation happens to be like this. So, surprise! So I just want you to keep connected. Again, my name is Claudine Salom, and I'm one of the hosts for this show. Thank you so much for hosting us today.
Okay, thank you, ladies. I'm so excited for this, for these questions, answers, and discussion. Well, I'm just going to get into my questions right away. It's going to be very short and sweet. I'm a single mother, but I have a friend who is married with 2 kids. And we've been with this friend for so long, 10 years friendship. We go out for lunch, we go out, we fight, we say things to each other. But today, I want to ask the wife, before she knew me, like honestly, because I used to call at the wrong hours, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and we talk for an hour. So I just want to ask her, because this is going to lead us to some questions that we already have. Because it's really crucial to have some basic information before we get into our discussion. So, Elizabeth, I used to call at the wrong hours. Yes. What was your reaction, and what did you, how did you take it, and how did you come to believe in me and your husband?
Let me start with how I got to know you. I don't really know when the relationship starts business-wise, but my husband came home one day and he told me, he said he has a friend that I will like her. So I said, okay. Then it took maybe 1 or 2 years before I got to see you. So I saw you at the church and I said, hi, Then I told my husband, wow, is she not eating? And my husband started laughing. She eats. Then I didn't really talk. I know there is somebody called Victoria and your friend. So we have lots of friends. So I don't really attach any panic or what will I say. You didn't give me any reason to panic. Let me say that. So then after some weeks, I went to Superstore. Then I bought Centrum. And my husband told me, oh, we are going for lunch. Then I told him, please, can you kindly give this section to Victoria? Then he started laughing. Then he asked me, do you know what she does? I said, I don't know. She's a nurse. I said, okay. Okay, so you're telling me she doesn't really need it? I want her to be eating. Then she said, that is just the way she is. So, and we see constantly in church, and the relationship has been good, even if you call in wrong hours, or how will I put it? There wasn't any reason to panic or to doubt. So that is my story.
Thank you. Yeah, because of this question, it's going to lead to a question, how men try to have relationship outside the marriage and they try to hide it. And just because being a Christian, you always painted, oh, I'm a Christian, this is my friend, and my friend, and my friend, all the time my friend. But because of this, there are a lot of women suffering out there. So today, because of the relationship discussion we had 2 weeks ago, I believe, we had a lot of questions, as I told you, all over the world. So there is one question I just want to read about a lady who sent us the question. So the question goes, I discover my husband is having online sex with a lady, and sometimes there may be two ladies. I have told him to stop this behavior, but he didn't. He is a Christian, born again. Please, what can I do? I'm a Christian too. So, as I told you, I'm a mom. I'm not married. I have two wonderful women who are married, pastor's wife and business wife. So today it's going to be a sweet discussion, because these people, honestly, they deal with a lot of clients and all that. So I will start with pastor's wife. Not even pastor's wife, Claudine. So let's put the pastor away now, for now.
Yeah,
just it's a women talk now.
It's a women talk now. Thank you so much, Sister Victoria, for these questions. As you can see, our topic today is question and answer discussion. Really, first of all, we just want to be grateful to the person who was able to believe in us, that if she's able to send this question, that we can be able to have a discussion that may be able to help her handle her marriage despite what is going on. As you can see, the question comes, this woman, discovered that the husband was having sex online with ladies. Just, if you are there, you are following us, just tell me, how would you feel if you find your man having sex online? When you are the wife, you are there, you are ready, and you are available for your man. So the discussion here, we are here to try, as you see, our show is all about wellness. How can we now speak to this particular woman, and to many women that may be seeing such things in their marriage? How can we talk to them to be able to ease it, their feeling and their emotions? I can imagine when we talk about emotional, how emotionally this woman feels, or many ladies feels, when you realize such a things is happening with your husband. So what I would say is that, first of all, they say this man is a Christian, and the whole is a Christian couple. Again, first of all, being a Christian, calling yourself Christian does not mean you walk in a holiness. You're supposed to live and walk in a holiness. But unfortunately, sometimes our title as a Christian is not matching our behavior. So, to this particular lady, and I'm pretty much sure wherever you are in the US, you are following us today. So, if you were able to realize that your husband is having sex online, first of all, my advice is to take a break. Take a break first. and they think about what you have seen. I know for the first time it was a shock. The day you know and you realize that when this husband of yours maybe says reading a book late at night, he's not actually not reading a book, he's doing something else on that computer. So I just want you, first things, you take a deep breath, because once you begin, you react to how you feel about a situation, most of the time you're going to make a biggest mistake. So the first things I would advise to every woman, when such a things happen, you first you try to maîtriser, I don't know the term, you need to just hang on there and just swallow your emotions and take a deep breath, because they always say, what is revealed is condemned. The moment you know the truth and the situation, you have to try to find a solution, because you are in the marriage, and for us Christian, marriage is for life. Marriage is a package that when we go, oh yes I do, for better for worse, yes I do, yeah, this is whatever you saw your husband going online is a part of for better for worse, So it's the fact, and it's one of the package, that you accepted into marriage, because you got it as a gift. When you get home, you open, you find all the mess into that gift, the good thing, the bad things. First of all, my advice: what are the other positive things that you know in your husband? That's the first questions. Think about everything positive you know about your husband, because most of the time as a human being, when something wrong happens, it covers everything that is good. Think about what's the best about your husband. That's the first things I will tell you. Think about what is good do you know into your husband, and secondly, have a talk with your husband, and it's like, okay honey, I noticed this is going on. Can we sit down? Can we talk about this? Is there anything I can learn? Is there anything you want to teach me? Is there any reason why? But for you to be able to talk, you don't start to come and say, hey, because you're going to have to think about what is the spirit that is motivating your husband to behave this way. Because if you don't question the spirit behind this so-called Christian husband of yours, going behind and doing such things, then you're gonna fall in the ditch, because you're gonna follow how you feel in the beginning to react in a way that is not really helping you or helping the other person, because men by nature, they protect themselves. So if you first of all, when they realize that you caught them with hand in the pocket, that's how we say, first of all, they're not happy about the fact that we are able to know about these things. So you're going to have to find a way to be wiser in the way you handle it. Maybe my sister Elizabeth may have something to add on this. This is what I can come up with from now on.
Okay. I believe before it's reached this point, some things will have been going on. Mm-hmm. Because in the case of this man, this is, in some biblical terms, is a sexual perversion, or let me say just general word. So, we don't know any step the lady has taken, whether they've been to somebody for deliverance or they've talked to somebody, because this is beyond something normal. So it all starts, for me, it will all start from pornography. Mm-hmm. So, and a step higher will now lead to online sex. Mm-hmm. So, I will advise the woman, if they've not talked to anyone yet, to call somebody higher than both of them spiritually, and because it's no longer normal. And I know, lady-wise, the way we women think, the woman will have thought of a lot of things, that what is going on? How can this be happening? So they need the intervention of the Holy Spirit. They need the intervention of God. This is not normal again. So the lady should not fight. The lady should not fight, but rather take it to the Lord in prayer, lifting the man before the Lord, and wisdom, because this point the woman needs wisdom, because anything she does now, the husband may be angry or want to say anything that may provoke any other reaction. So she needs to be careful and watchful, and believe that with God all things are possible. That the Lord God Almighty will help. That is it.
Okay. Also, I have something to add too. You know, when you find out, not only husband, even like boyfriends, right? When you find out your boyfriend is dating someone, the reaction is because you've been asking, am I the only ones in your life? They say no, they deny it, right? So in that moment that you discover something is not right, you know, first of all, as Claudine said, just step back and say, you know what, if it means to cry, take that 2 minutes or 3 minutes, leave the person away, leave him also. Now, my wife has known, my girlfriend has known that I have another girlfriend, right? So you know what, take that 2 or 3 minutes, just say, you know what, I need time for myself. You need time for yourself. There are some factors. You're going to cry. For people who are emotional like me, I'm going to cry. Why, right? Ask those questions for myself. Secondly, in that why, maybe somehow you will come to your senses. Things happen. The moment you take few seconds from that sin of confusion, that means it's self-care. You are taking yourself away from escalating the behavior, the fights. You know, sometimes these things happen when the kids are there. I'm not lying. When the kids are there, or the kids might be awake, you know, they are not sleeping, then they will be hearing, oh, mommy and daddy, they're saying this, you know. It will be shameful for you to face your kids tomorrow. If anything like that is happening to you, my sister, just take yourself, remove yourself from the unsafe surrounding. Just say, you know what, I need time. Give time to yourself. That is self-care, because you're going to shut your mouth up. You're just going to find the answers within your heart, right? You're going to find the answers within your heart. So please, if these things happening to other women out there, make sure, first of all, take care of yourself from that unsafe surrounding. That will help you to reflect. If I react this way, how am I going to face him tomorrow? Just take yourself out a little bit, give yourself time, just reflect. As one of our guests say, you know, just find something that you can reflect on. He was a good guy. He gave me the engagement ring. He said, I do. Now it's the time to carry the package. For you to carry that package, you need to have self-care, because you can't do it without self-care, right? So what do you think, Mama Claudine?
Yeah, you know, Sister Victoria, I agree with you. Like, when you are facing the fact, first of all, you have to acknowledge that this is, you are facing it, and acknowledge how you feel about it, and try to do something to take care of your feeling and your emotions, so that you don't act foolish. It's not the time to act foolish because you found your husband watching pornography, sex online, all those kind of stuff. It's the time to take a break and say, hey, this is the man I have signed to be with, for better, for worse. And this is the fact, this is one of something I'm opening in this package of marriage I've received. Then how do I take care of my feeling and my emotion at this point of time, so that I do not act foolish? And I want to jump on what my sister Elizabeth says. Like, you know, she says that, you know, you can pray, but, you know, yes, I understand this couple that we received, the questions are Christians, but we have other women that are following us that Praying is not part of their life. They are not blessed like us that can go to God in prayer and find a refuge and a strength to be able to go through the day. So other things, this is the fact that we are facing. I'm just going to give you a quick example. I had a very, very good friend of mine. I hope she's going to be able to catch up with this show and follow a little bit. This friend of mine had a man. His husband, man, he would run after women. And that was in Africa. And by the way, this man was a Canadian. And this sister was an African sister. But when this man got to Africa, he could not stand to see any woman passing by. He became more African than African themselves in the way of leaving their wife and run after women. So this woman, that is very embarrassing. It feels so embarrassing to see your husband leaving you to go out there. And all you ladies who are following me, I want you to know, when your husband is leaving you to go and fool around with other women, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Don't begin to say, oh yeah, what is wrong with me? What didn't I do? There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing you did not do. There is nothing you cannot do. It's just these men, most of the time they are curious. If they find those weak ladies out there that are able to let themselves go, men, they just want to go have curiosity to see what is behind that skirt. But the men usually, they know that they have their wife at home. That's why, as a woman following me, don't be too excited because your husband was running after these ladies. But in this situation, you have to come back to the question. Now the man is running behind the screen, having sex with somebody online that you are not prepared. So you need to, first of all, to feel that nothing wrong with you. Because if you start to blame yourself, you're going to begin to lose confidence. Once you lose confidence, ladies, you are gone. You are finished. You need to begin to empower yourself and to realize there's nothing wrong with you. This woman was able to say to the husband, you come sit down. She was very wiser. She wasn't a born-again Christian at that time. She was very wise. I said, come on, sit down. What is really going on with you? What is there? What can I learn? Can you teach me? Teach me what makes you run after those ladies. What is there that I cannot offer you? Ladies, it's a wiser way. You need to face the situation. You need to face what's going on. You need to sit down with this man. Talk about the fact. Honey, I noticed that when I go to bed to sleep, you are doing nonsense online. Can you tell me? Can we watch it together? Yes. Oh, yes. Say, honey, I want tonight to watch these things with you. Maybe there is something you can teach me about these things. Again, is a wiser way to just instead of like, yeah, there are other men, if you catch them with your hands in the pocket, they'll beat you up. I have seen those things in Africa. To cut the story short, this lady was always bringing this guy on the table. Teach me what position. Or you are talking about things because things that's happening in bed. There's a lot of things. Especially for us, a Christian, I have somebody sending me a message here, and I hope this particular person is going to be following, saying like, oh, what am I going to do? It seems like when I need my wife, I'll be like, oh yeah, for us Christian, this is how it's supposed to be going. I don't want to do that. Like, you're going to have to be careful sometimes. Like, we are all Christians, and maybe other people, they may know, I have never seen in the Bible where they are telling us the right position and the wrong position. And all we know that there is no Sodom and Gomorrah. When they come to Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, guys, what I mean when I say that. When you go to Sodom and Gomorrah, that's one thing that we know is a big, big, big no. When it comes to couple and marriage, when it comes to sex, when it comes to the position, the Bible has not told us. I think you can, because we have different sizes, sides also impact how you can have sex with your partner. No, we are talking about serious business, right? Because the topic here is discussion and the answer, and the question that comes up, we begin to see there will be sometimes when there is a smoke, we're gonna have to find where the fire comes from. Yeah, that's why it's good to be able to discuss. And I hope if you are able to tell, you know, honey, I noticed that you always go online doing things. Maybe you can say, ah, yeah, do you remember you? I always tell you this and this and this, and you always have your own argument and whatever the answer can be. But we have to be able to face these things. So I can see Sister Elizabeth is swallowing her saliva. You feel free to disagree with me, but my advice really is, first of all, you are in the marriage, you're not going to come out. First of all, you take care of yourself. Okay, take a deep breath. This is the fact. You guy is watching sex online. Then are you going to say from now on, I'm packing my belongings, I'm going, I'm done? You cannot do that. You know, you have to be able to face, is your husband, that whatever he's doing online is a part of the package that you accepted for better, for worse. Now, how do you remain respectful to your husband when you are trying to deal with this situation? You don't begin to bring any attitude, to bring a behavior, because if you bring any attitude, you are sending him more even online and whatever another direction it may take. Now, you need to be well enough emotionally to say, I am facing this one. If you are a Christian, Lord, give me the strength. This man you have given him to me, this is what I'm going through, and I'm going to be with him for better, for worse. I can't fix. Remember, I always tell you, don't try to fix your husband. You can't fix him. You fix yourself. Fix yourself. Then when you fix yourself, by your behavior and your attitude, we will lead to your husband changing. When wisely you don't go and begin to yell at him, hey, I always see you doing this and this. You saw it, now take a break, take a deep breath, approach it with your wisdom. And that's the only way you can be able to keep your marriage together, and yet you keep yourself emotionally well. Because you can only be emotionally well if you learn to accept the fact. This is the fact, I am facing it. Never ignore it or project it and begin to think how bad you are and how you don't know what is going on or what you are doing. Because we have to remember, men, they are always attracted by seeing. Maybe somebody, oh yeah, tell them, you know what, if you go to www.com, blah, 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 this is what you're going to see. You know? I don't know. Sister Liz?
You said it all.
No, I didn't. Okay, me, I will do this. For me personally, you know, I'm not married, but I have kids, right? So if I find this kind of scenario, you know, as I take myself out, I'm going to remove myself from this toxic environment or surrounding. I will ask God to forgive me, you know, to forgive me and to forgive my husband too.
To forgive you for what?
Okay, I'll ask God to help me to forgive my husband. Okay, correction, sorry.
Yeah.
To forgive my husband. Because if you don't forgive, regardless you do self-care, it's not gonna work. I'm telling you. Because if you sit down to pray, that thing is going to ring into your head. I will ask God, help me to forgive my husband before even we sit down to talk, right? Even that few seconds. Help me to forgive this person who wronged me. If you forgive that person, you'll be able to really discuss in a friendly way. Because if you don't forgive this person, honestly, it's not gonna be easy, because you will be yelling, you know, I'm not gonna forgive you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna revenge, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, I'm going to find somebody, you know. But if you forgive that person genuinely from your heart, then you sit down to discuss. Then he will sit down and think, my goodness, I did this to her, but she forgives me, right? Yeah. Then that can open up. And then for me personally, I'm crazy, I'm not married, but I'm just life experiences, right? If I find you doing that kind of stuff, right? I'll say, okay, you know, maybe this time that you're watching this garbage or whatever, come with me. Let's go to bed. Pack ourselves to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah.
Show what's going on. Let's go.
Let's go. If there is something, I don't know. I'm not worried, but I'm just sitting here listening to your conversation. Honestly, maybe that time you just have to give that time, dedicate that time to him. Maybe he wants just a listening ear, not just the pornography. Maybe between that time he was doing that nonsense, he has some void in his heart. He wants someone to listen to, someone maybe to just touch his hands, someone just to sit down to watch movie, someone just to drink a coffee with, with him. So, I think you just have to create time for yourself and your husband, more especially when you're married, because you cannot be go. By the time you go to bed, you sleep. That's not gonna be right. So always reflecting back to self-care, you need to create time for everything in your life. You need to schedule time. If it's time to go to bed, go to bed. If it's time to read the Bible, read the Bible. If time to laugh and make funny jokes, everything has time. Even the Bible says there is time to play, there is time to joke, there is time to grow, there is time to die. So if we follow the rules of Bible, things in the Bible as Christian, we need to create time for other things in our life. As we still live on earth, we need to create time for everything, so that will not take our important people in our life away to other kind of stuff. So what do you guys think?
I just want to add that if the husband is kind enough to listen to you and share with the woman, what really made him do that stuff, that would be good. Because if we share it, then the problem is half solved. And then from that moment, the woman and the husband, they will know what to do, or they may discuss on, okay, so we have this issue. What are we going to do? And that is a very good way of attacking or solving the problem. Okay, should we do this? This is what I want. Okay, as from today, I will be doing it the way you want it. Or should we see somebody?
Should be doing what?
No, if the husband say, okay, this is the position.
Yeah,
let's use,
that's what they want you to say.
Let's use that. Let's use that word. This is the position, or this is what I want our sex life to be. Let me say it that way.
Now you are talking.
Yeah. So if he's kind enough to share with us, that would be great, because that will help the wife to know that, okay, this is the problem I'm dealing with. This is the issue. But if the man didn't share what is going on with him, that is a very big issue. So the wisdom to know where to go, what to do, they all depend on the woman. And that is why the case of taking care of yourself, being in your right senses as a woman, comes in. Because without that, you will not know, this is the step I should take, this is where I should go. Yeah.
Okay, I think I think what you say is very important. Again, this marriage, you enter it, is one door going in, is not one door going out. Again,
no exit.
There's no another door to exit. So it is so important that you assess, you need to know what can you handle. Of course, there is always a moment of grieving. You don't like what you are seeing in your husband. This is the fact your husband is having sex online and you don't really like it, because that is a spirit. It is really a spirit, But be wiser in that situation. Tell him, discuss with him. And also, women, let's try to be romantic in our marriage. Try to be romantic as much as you can. Sometimes, for us, it can be hard to be romantic, because maybe we grow up We never see even our parents kissing each other. You know, those also can be the things that affect. You know, that's why even here in the house, you know, ladies, let me tell you, if your children grow up don't see how you as a couple, you romance each other, they won't learn how to romance. And that's why for us women, sometimes when we are adult, we get in this country that is more developed, and our husbands start to see how they're being romanced out there, and they don't see that happening in their house. They may just try, you know, it's unfortunately when they go to use imaginary things, you know, they are behind the screen where they don't see the person. So I think as ladies that are in the marriage, I know it has to be a learning behavior. We grow up, we never see our parents kissing each other, we never see our parents going for dates. But right now, let us learn how to romance our husband here. Romance them, so that your kids, your son, will learn that they are going to romance their wife. And so that even your daughter will learn that it's okay to tell you know, their husband that they love them. They are women until today, even though you kill them, they just can't tell their husband, I love you, baby. They can't say all those words. They can't, because it's just like a taboo. They didn't grow up seeing those words. So it's okay to tell you guys that you love him. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be crazy. Be crazy around your husband. Be crazy around him. You know, wear attractive things at home. Like, you know, try. Like, again, in these circumstances, I'm just like letting you know, there is nothing wrong with you that your husband maybe is leaving you to go and cheat out there, or to go do nonsense online. It's just because they have that curiosity. So that, don't crucify them and begin to say, you and me, I am done because what they have done. Just be patient with them. Be patient with them. Learn to know that curiosity have caused your husband to go online and they watch those what they are watching. If you as a wife, you begin in the evening, say, honey, I have cooked this and this, I put it on there, let's go. Just show me, how are we going to start today? Just be crazy. Just be crazy. That's all about romance. Romance in a couple, you don't, if you want to be too serious, then it's not going to work. If I go home and I begin to call my husband pastor, pastor, pastor at home, then I'm going to behave as if I'm in the church.
No difference between church and home.
No, when I'm home, my husband is not pastor, it's Roger. I begin to say Roger. You get what I mean? That's how we met. That's how I was calling him. Like, when I call him by his name, he knows that my wife now is, you know, is in the mood. And when we are just say like, pastor, then he knows I'm serious. Now we are talking about the serious business. So home is me and him. I am Claudine and is Roger. And now we talk about, hey honey, blah, 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 whatever we can talk about. Any nonsense we can talk about. But just don't be too serious all the time. Don't be too serious as a couple. And always engage in conversations with your partner. You know, what do you like? How can I please you today? Where are we starting? Begin conversation. You know, sometimes men, they like crazy girls. Crazy girls in the bedroom. Be crazy in the bedroom. Don't be polite in the bedroom. You know, if you have seen you, say like, can we watch together? Can you watch together what you are watching? Maybe I'm going to learn something. It's a way to find a way to keep your marriage. But what I'm telling you, my dear sisters, if anything's happen like that, take care of yourself. This marriage, you are into it for life. There is no way out. But I know every woman have the power inside them. You can fix that man politely, in humility, by being humbled, and find a way to serve him even better than you used to. That's the advice I would give. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. And our second question is, I need help. My husband sleeps around with single ladies. He keeps this dirty behavior so well that you will not know. He told me to leave the marriage. I don't have joy, peace, because it feels like he is killing me. He doesn't wish me good. I need your help, please. Whoa, this one, no, I can't answer. Okay. Before we answer this question, I know it's going to take some time. We just want to take some break, 2-minute break or 1-minute break, then we will be back. Good job.
So that's
You
good.
what just
Na 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 na. Oh, quand tu donnes un chant, je te donne ma vie. Grande prière qui monte de mon cœur, garde ton ciel ouvert sur moi. Fais de moi un vase pour ta gloire. Et que ma vie te plaise à jamais, te plaise. Que chaque jour je demeure à tes pieds pour t'offrir ma vie en sacrifice, comme un parfum de bonne odeur qui s'offre à chaque instant, chaque heure. Tant que tu donnes le chant, je te donne mes louanges, je promets à chaque instant de te chanter avec les anges, tant qu'il aura la vie dans ce corps mortel. Je ne cesserai pas.
Hello, welcome back. You know, I just want to repeat this question to our viewers. If you have any good idea how to, how to answer this question, please don't feel shy. Please message us. So the question goes, I need help. My husband sleeps around with single ladies. He keeps this dirty behavior so well that you will not know. He told me to leave the marriage. I don't have joy, peace, because it feels like he's killing me. He doesn't wish me good. I need your help. Oh. Sister Mom Elizabeth, how are you going to?
Okay, so for this woman, she said the husband has been sleeping around. So this is not once, it's not twice, there are many. And I know that maybe she has taken 1 or 2 steps of talking to the husband, and the husband doesn't even budge. Doesn't anything moves him. Anything does,
It's on the mission, eh?
So she has tried to talk and it doesn't work. And from what she read, that she really need help. So I don't know what the woman has been doing that will warrant the husband going around sleeping with women. However, in situation like this, the husband is also bold enough to tell the woman that she can leave. So this is a little bit, I don't want to use the word complicated, but there is need for wisdom because the man needs help. Because number one, the reason they marry has lost, the man has lost the meaning of that. So he now have pride in going out than in staying in the marriage with the woman. So he doesn't recognize the institution that the Lord God Almighty made called marriage. And so the woman, from what I can deduce from what she read, as she's trying. If a woman can tell you that I need help, that is
tired.
Yes, because most of the time we ladies, we don't talk too much until something is really paining or pinching us. However, there is something that I know. What God cannot fix, what God cannot do, or what God cannot solve doesn't exist.
Amen.
So this issue has come to go. So if the woman is, let me use spiritual, or if she knows God, she should believe that God will give her the victory, because whatsoever she has been doing has not been working with the man. So the most important thing is to go back to God, because this is no longer ordinary. It's not normal. It's abnormal. You know, when somebody is in sin and he or she doesn't even know or doesn't even care, and that is the stage the husband is. He doesn't care what is going on. So the woman needs to take it back to God. That you created this institution,
Right, yeah.
and this is what is going on. And also, situations like this can help the woman through discussion, through what we are doing now. Because I don't want to imagine the stage or the mental
Yes, status, how you feel about
that the
yourself,
woman
yeah.
is now, and that is very, very important. So the woman, I will advise her to be calm.
Calm.
Take it to God. Because that is the only source. God is the only one that can help that man. You have tried discussing, suggesting, doing this, doing that, but it doesn't work. Your wisdom doesn't work. So take it to God, and I believe God is going to help. To you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Elizabeth. You really spoken. You have really spoken. You know, there are things like that are complex, that beyond your control. And in the Christian perspective, we know that marriage is not a joke. And we know the devil hates marriages. Because once marriages are stable, the family are stable, the nation are stable,
Yes.
and the whole world is happy. Because we need to know that, you know, the world, the community is a connection of many families. Imagine if the whole world is made of a good connection of many happy marriages. How this world would be.
That's right.
So it is so important that we are able to acknowledge our limit. You have done your best, whatever you could do. Just remember, you do not have no power to change your husband. You have the power to change yourself. You change your attitude and the way you see it. You know, pray for this person. As my sister said, absolutely nothing that God is not able to do. You know, sometimes, even for us Christians, God can allow you to go through that fire because He has equipped you with enough strength to be able to deal with what is going on. You know, you are equipped with enough strength to deal with what it is going on. So those are the things you need to know. God have not forgotten you because you are going what you are going through in your marriage. God has equipped you with everything that you need to be able to sustain that marriage while God is fixing your husband. So is it so important that you are able to be able to look after your feeling and your emotion and stop condemning yourself, stop finding something that is wrong with you. Keep doing the right things. Keep, you know, saving your husband as normal. Keep being yourself. The only way you can help your husband in the marriage is by not doing wrong to wrong. Oh yeah, you are going out with those ladies. I am going to show you that there are men who likes me. Then I'm going to show you that that's not going to go anywhere. You know, so you have to be able to to do. So as I'm just gonna read this comment quickly. Time is going really for us. It says, when you live with a man who loses interest in you and you try everything, the lady needs to focus on herself to avoid to be lost in this process of tormented, and endure everything by looking at the cross. Amen. That's the great things. Look at the cross. That's what we are saying. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Pastor Nadia, for your input. Unless the man leave, she needs to find the strength to stay in the marriage unless there is a physical violence. Thank you so much, my dear Pastor Nadia. You have said it all. Marriage is, you're not going to go out. I always say, I can stand in my marriage, nothing will ever move me. But when you touch me, when you beat me, my dear, I always say, I can't stand a man who is beating me, who is physically violent. I can't. And I will never suggest any woman to be in a physical violent behavior. You can handle it. But when somebody is beating you up, it's killing you. And also to this lady, they say the man was doing everything. He doesn't want me to leave. You know, sometimes when these men are going out, those women they're going, if they influence them, they want you to leave. You know, as much as you can, try your best to say, you know what, you don't like me anymore, you leave the house, I am staying here. Listen to me, women. If your husband is not beating you up, is not physically beating you up, emotionally you are able to accept the fact and find a way to deal with it. For us, a Christian, when we pray and we bring that the cross, man, we are ready to rock and roll, because our peace are not coming from the things that we see in this world. Our peace are coming from the Lord. That's what happened. But do not leave your mind, because you husband, when he's under this evil influence, can push you to the corner so that you can leave. When you leave, man, you are leaving your children, you are destroying your marriage for nothing. You do not go nowhere. You tell this guy is telling you, leave the house, they say, honey, pack your belonging and leave if you don't want to be with me. And the women, just never kick your husband out of the house. It's very shameful for us as a Christian. Let himself leave. But do not tell, oh yeah, leave the house. No, you can't do that. And you know, you can't just call the police on your husband, you know. No, find a way to use wiser people in the community and they deal with the situations before it goes too far, because it doesn't give you a good reputation as a woman. But when physically you are being affected, then that is something else. But emotionally, I think there is always a way we can be able to be fit and acknowledge what is going on and deal with it. So that's all what I would say for these women in marriage. Don't allow this guy to push you out. You tell him, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. You go turn around. There's a proverb in my language, in Kirundi it says, the end of the way is back indoor. This man is going to go hang out. Those ladies, they need to know that this guy, these men who are married, when they come to you, they just want to see your nudity. They just want to see how your thighs looks like. They have no interest in you. Just know that. They are using you. It's good to just keep yourself together and wait when your time comes up. You're going to get even the best husband, more than that husband that you are running after who have their own wife. You know? So that's why you wife, don't be fooled around by whoever the ladies that you guys may be following. You are the one. My language, I like my language, it works in Proverbs. The one who owns the knife is the one who holds the, how do you call it, the handle. If you hold the handle, you are holding the knife. But the other person is going to catch here, is going to be cut themselves. So those ladies who are fooling around with your husbands, they are going to cut themselves. You are the one who hold the power, because you have got that money in your house. Just be confident and just, you know that this man, at the end of the day, he's going to come back home and build his marriage. So our time is almost up. Maybe my other ladies may have anything to add before we can end.
Well, our time is up. I think the discussion is really good. We feel like, oh, we need to continue. We need to answer more questions. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time. Honestly, you know, sometimes being a mom and being single and all that will give passport to other men out there, you know, will just come and try you. Oh, you are beautiful. Oh, what? You know what? Stand your ground. You know what? Say, you know what? You are married. I know you're married. I don't want to spoil your marriage. Just go. Just go. Leave me alone. Stand your ground, single ladies out there. Please stand your grounds, because at the end of the day, this guy will leave you, will come back to the wife.
Yes.
And you will be feeling, oh, I did this with this guy. Oh, I did this with this guy. Then you feel victim of a lot of stuff. Please, let's stand our ground, single ladies out there, if we can. I know with God, all things are possible. Just put your knee down, pray. God
for your
will
own husband to come.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for our viewers. And I don't know. Do you have anything?
I just pray for all the women that we answer their questions today, that the Lord God Almighty will be with them and just grant unto them wisdom and understanding, wise way to go. So,
okay. Thank you so much.
We have more questions, right? Those
Yes.
more questions will come maybe next week. We're going to continue with other more questions. And yeah, feel free to send us more questions that we can discuss next time too.
Well, thank you so much, our viewers. You know, this time we talk about men. What about women next time? Because some women out there too go out with other women's husbands. So this, you know, it goes both ways. It's not only one way. We don't have to blame the men alone.
Yeah, but
we have to.
Today we go by the questions that we got. We are answering. Because some people are following today to make sure these questions are being answered. If anybody else have something they want us to address here, feel free to send us a text and inbox us. We will be able. And also, thank you for the wisdom also of Pastor Nadia, who's adding, the promise not you being a single is knowing your values. It's so important.
Amen.
Don't sell yourself for cheap for those married women. Please, I beg you, single ladies. Come on. I was a single before. I didn't never settle for less. You know, you have to know what you want. And settle for what you want. Wait for your time. It's just dirty. It's just a mess. You know, when somebody is a husband, come, fool around with you, you are doing everything you think, but that man, whether it's going to be after 1 year or after 2 years, it's got the wife and the kids all, it's going to go back to their own kids. Just be patient, be strategic, pray God to give you own husband. It's God's will that everyone will be married. God does not want us to live in sin. Just tell God, this body that I have, I need my own man, and God is going to be able to do it. So may God bless you all who was able to follow us. We'll see you again next week. We have other more questions that we got. Maybe we'll be able to go through those other questions next week. So
thank you so much. Have a great evening.
See you next Tuesday.
Biangama ya bana na Nzambe, sans définition ni condition. Merci Seigneur, merci. Okati ya butunga nayoki mongongo ekobenga ngai. Nakeko tuna Eli abengi te. Nalali lisusu nayoki mongongo ekobenga ngai. Nakeko tuna Eli abengi te. Nalali makasi nayoki lisusu mongongo ekobenga ngai. Nakeko tuna Elia ayandolie. Mwana soki oyoki lisusu mongongo ekobenga yo. Ndima boye.
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.